Howdy, fuckheads! This should go without saying due to the fact that I quite literally have the warning sign right behind me, but this channel is not intended for persons under the age of 18. This is due to the fact that there tends to be cussing in these videos, and there also tends to be, depending on the mood we're in, excessive violence. I personally don't care how old you are, but the YouTube algorithm does, and I personally am not in the mood to be a parent for people who are too lazy to look after their children. That being said, enjoy the video.
Well, to me personally, the 2014 interpretation and release of The King of the Monsters Godzilla, oh, that was very much something to me, because that's my first ever actual Godzilla movie, you know? That was certainly something. It even helps with how much they put in terms of the detail, the sound design, and overall, even the story was pretty good to follow on.
We're reliving the introduction to Godzilla, it sounds like to you.
Yeah.
2014 Godzilla. This movie meant a lot of things to me, but then I actually went and I saw this movie in theaters and I was like, oh holy fuck, my glorious king has finally come to the United States properly this time. This movie was still absolutely fantastic, and it spawned a brand new era of kaiju in the form of the Monsterverse. You thought that was the only video we had planned for Godzilla's birthday? Hell no, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You are speaking with Gfanatic 94 once again, joined also by the Iron Noah once again. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. It's like something snapped.
He's going Super Saiyan!
I'm going even further beyond.
Oh no! Okay.
Anyways, where were we?
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we actually this video and the next one are intended to be surprises. We had the first 2014 video earlier today.
Bro, you kind of spoiled the next one. You kind of, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But then it's not gonna be a surprise.
They still don't know what it's about.
I guess so. Fine.
But yeah, guys, so we have this video and another one planned today to celebrate the 70th anniversary of The King of the Monsters. And today, ladies and gentlemen... What's up?
You got a big old 7-0 on that title now.
Yes.
Ooh, bro, it's almost as old as anime.
Fuck's sake! Just... Okay. That's the route we're going, alright. But yeah, guys, now, with that being said, what exactly is today's topic for this video? Well, if you guys have seen our past videos, where me and Noah basically kind of take a stance to justify two different sides of an argument, you could probably put together what exactly we are discussing in today's video just by seeing the GIFs on screen here. Because recently, a Godzilla by the name of Gemstone Godzilla in the last 2 years has basically left his mark on the Godzilla franchise and the Godzilla community as an honorary and badass member of the franchise. And actually not even honorary, he's just official.
Yeah, no longer honorary. It used to be, because, you know, it used to be a fan project.
Yep, but then Toho took over and was like, yeah, we'll give this a shot.
For the first time, for the first time in forever, where Toho is actually taking part with the fans.
Yeah.
As they did Shadow, Last they did that shit was back during the Heisei era with Biollante.
Yeah, for real. Fucking shit. So yeah, guys, today we are going to be discussing the debate on the Godzilla Jr. and Gemstone Godzilla debate. One side of the debate thinks that Godzilla Jr. grew up to become Gemstone Godzilla. The other side just doesn't think so. And today, I will be taking the side that doesn't think so, and Noah will be taking the side that does.
Let's go, Gemstone is Junior.
I don't think so.
Oh man.
Well, dude, honestly, we're okay. We should get this out of the way. Just like in the last videos we did on this subject, we're not trying to say that either side of the argument is wrong or right. All right, we're not trying to say that the people who think Gemstone is Junior are wrong. We're not trying to say that people who don't think Gemstone is Junior are wrong. We're simply just trying to approach this debate from both sides of the argument to, make it easier to follow. So yeah, Noah, that being said, why do you think that Gemstone Godzilla is Godzilla Jr. grown up, and why do you want it to be so?
Well, in terms of as to why, it's one of the main reasons, as it's been probably pointed out many times, is the design of Gemstone.
Oh
As we
yeah.
can clearly say, it's very, very reminiscent of the Heisei design.
Yeah.
No adjustment there. However, that same point is said for -1, as that design is literally... It used to literally look like just a modern interpretation of Heisei, as the design for -1 used to be the Ride Goji, which also was the... it was always Sunset on Something Street design as well. That had a little Godzilla cameo.
Yeah, I know what movie you're talking about, but I don't exactly remember the name.
I know it was always Sunset on Something Street.
Always Sunset on 7th Street?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Back to topic. But yeah,
Yeah.
one of the main points is his design overall. Because, yeah, he very much looks a lot more like Heisei. Even his movements are
Yeah.
similar to that of Heisei. As if he was still like a man in a suit type shit.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we of course go into the imagery of each film. As for the first anniversary short film featuring Gemstone Goji, there is of course not only the first but also the final scene where we see Godzilla in there pulling off a very similar pose, which we see at the end of Godzilla vs. Destroya, where he's being lit up, or well, not lit up, but shadowed by a light in the background, with him doing a very similar pose.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but later in the short film against Gigan Rex, he indulges in a new power-up for Goji. Let's add that down to the list of Godzilla power-ups.
Yeah.
Level, I see. Which, we have his chest erupting in a white glow, which the very pattern is very similar to that of the main grumpy man of the Heisei era, Heisei Goji himself, who, grumpy as in, he's a fucking dad. Oh, most dads are grumpy.
Okay. That's a low blow, but alright.
But yeah, with that being said, he emits a very similar glow and color pattern. Well, not color pattern, but like pattern, as in Burning Goji gave off when he was in his final moments and shit. And it would make sense, seeing as how Junior was there to absorb all the radiation to grow up instantly, basically. So,
Yeah.
with all that radiation that he absorbed, would probably possess him to obtain an ability similar to that, but a lot more controlled.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the array of villains that were not previously seen in the Heisei era, such as Gigan, Megalon, and we only got the two. They haven't announced a third one yet, so.
Yeah. Well, I think they're actually done with Gemstone Godzilla. I hope I'm wrong, but I did see somewhere that they just weren't going to be making any more with Gemstone Godzilla. And me
It's sad.
personally,
I wanted to see him do more stuff because that fucking drop kick was epic.
Yes! Yes! Insert the clip right now! Motherfucking
Oh, God.
glorious
Oh.
bastard, you.
And they did it in such a brilliant way, too, where it seems like it's plausible.
Yeah, pretty much. Shit. Motherfucker
And then-
was zooming across the sky like a goddamn Dragon Ball character.
And then, again, with the abilities part, we have his manipulation of atomic energy, where Heisei Godzilla had something similar, but not as much as a major degree as we saw in the short films.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, we got the pulse, we got the classic atomic breath, and again, with not only the visual stuff, but also slightly in terms of what has been said in the short film, how he hasn't been seen in some decades, which I don't remember
25
the
years.
specifics, but I do remember it being aligned with the last Heisei movie.
Yeah.
So that gave off the hint to people that he could possibly be Junior, again with the very similar design and shit.
Yeah.
And then the main reason why I myself would love to believe so was because, honestly, I feel like we were robbed as a series for Junior, because that little boy had so much potential.
Oh, yeah. Straight the fuck
again,
up. Junior would have absolutely been one of the most, if not the most powerful Godzilla we ever saw.
And also, this would also probably intrigue you a lot. With Junior, having the connection he had to the humans
That's
would
what I was
pose
gonna bring
so
up.
much-
I knew it.
Yeah, no, like, honestly, it's hard to deny it, but Junior being as close as he was to the humans would lead him to being more Showa-esque in terms of personality.
Yeah.
Because in terms of the first Goji's, the Gemstone short film, we obviously saw him immediately attacking the Gigan Swarm. However, I feel as though that little point was a bit disproven in the second one, as we saw him, you know, going on a rampage.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, let's be absolutely fair here. I still don't believe that Junior is Gemstone, but I am trying to be genuinely as fair as possible. We did not see Gemstone really destroy anything. The only time we even saw him retaliate at all, he fired a blank shot of his atomic breath into the air that you cannot tell me did not purposely miss. I mean, straight up, the dude fired it at nothing, so...
Well, I feel like it was more of a warning shot towards Megalon, because didn't Megalon, like, straight up come from the sky? Like, come here, you motherfucker!
Yeah, but I'm talking about the atomic breath that was shot, like, fucking at the beginning of the short, like a full-on damn near 10 minutes before Megalon even showed up. So...
Yeah. Again, I would have loved to see Gemstone be Junior, because after I first finished the Heisei era, I would have so loved to see what they could have done with Junior.
Yeah, amen, brother.
Because unlike no, certain Showa motherfucker, Showa motherfucker, people genuinely cared for this little guy.
Yeah.
Especially with his humble beginnings and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, where, again, we don't really know what his true origin was. All we know was that his egg was nested in a Rodan nest.
Yep.
So we don't really know what Junior could have possibly done as a grown-up. However,
Yeah.
of course, him being around Goji a lot more, of course, took the more of a shape up of Goji.
Yeah.
And would undoubtedly, as we saw, develop similar abilities. But again, we don't know what he could have truly been able to do.
Yeah.
So, not only that, I would have so loved for this to be fucking Junior, because it would have honestly worked, and I feel like they wouldn't be too much of a complaint,
Yeah.
honestly.
And like I said, I'm not trying to say that anyone who does believe Gemstone is Junior is wrong. I'm genuinely just trying to sit here and say that, hey, I personally don't believe it, but you guys who do believe it, I'm not trying to chastise you guys or anything. That being said, though, oh wait, I don't want to take away from what you're trying to say. Continue.
I was just gonna say a few more things, but yeah, overall, if this were to be Junior, and I would have so loved it to be, it would have been like that little bit of like, wait, what's the word? A little bit of a nudge, wink, wink. Hey guys, we know you wanted this, so have
Fan
a little
service.
bit more. Yeah, basically fan service. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And honestly, I do hope they do one last Gemstone short film for this year, since it is Godzilla's 70th anniversary.
Yeah.
So I would have very much loved to see one last Gemstone thing, and maybe just any sort of hints that could, like, not that it's concrete evidence or not anything, just like in
That it could
imagery
be Junior.
or a pose that's related to Junior. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
but overall,
I completely get it, man.
yeah, but honestly, that's all I really have to say in how it gives off how it could and why I believe it could be Junior. But now, let's hear the other side of the story. Hey, Fanatic?
Yep. And I want to start off by saying, yeah, you hit the nail on the fucking head with that one, bro. I hope everyone who watches this video realizes that Godzilla Jr. in the Heisei series, due to his upbringing and due to the fact that he was basically raised in part by humans, but also primarily by a Godzilla who hated himself for the mistakes that he's made in the past, I hope y'all understand, Junior grown up would most likely be the most benevolent Godzilla we have seen in the movies to date. Okay? Hands down, Junior would be that motherfucker who rolls up to the cities and lifts his tail in the air to avoid crushing anybody as he walks through the city. Alright? He would straight up be the kind of guy who would put his life on the line for the insignificant little people on the streets. That's just the kind of Godzilla Jr. would be, and that's because of the upbringing he had.
That I full-heartedly agree with. Definitely.
Absolutely. And
I, honestly, while being more of the destructive Godzilla fan, I would have loved to see it.
yeah. That being said, though, I do feel, personally, and I could go into evidence like, oh, Gemstone has a fifth finger, which none of the Heisei Godzillas had, so that's concrete evidence. That's not concrete evidence, guys. That's not. Just look at the radical difference. What's up?
I mean, if we're using that logic, how the fuck did Showa Goji, after raids again, lost ears, fangs, and a fourth fucking toe?
Exactly. These designs change so radically over different movies that that's not concrete evidence at all. That's a minor discrepancy at best. So,
yeah.
In terms of evidence to suggest that they're not the same Godzilla, first of all, the only real evidence that I would like to bring to the table here is the personality of both of these different Godzillas, because I do personally feel as though Gemstone Godzilla is a bit more of the, like, docile type of Godzilla. Like, he's in the city, and he's getting barrage after barrage after barrage of missiles being thrown at him, of missiles and turrets and shit being thrown at him in the second short. And yet, like I said earlier, he doesn't do shit. He fires one atomic breath into the air, basically as sort of like what Noah suggested, a warning shot saying, guys, leave me alone. Like, I'm not doing shit to y'all. But they do imply that primarily Godzilla was only doing that to protect his territory and was sticking around waiting for Megalon to come fight him. Now, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not here to try and say that anyone who believes that Gemstone Godzilla is Junior is wrong. There is certainly arguments to be made on both sides of the equation. That's not here nor there. What I would like to bring to the attention of is the simple fact that I feel by making Junior and Gemstone Godzilla the same Godzilla, I feel like that takes away from both their characters. I feel like that takes away from Junior as a character, and I feel like that takes away from Gemstone as a character. Because Gemstone Godzilla, in the 2 shorts we've gotten of him, we see him go through some minor but still noticeable character development, where in the Godzilla vs. Megalon short, we saw, like you said, the manipulation of his atomic energy through his hands, and the fact that the scans indicated that, hey, this is something we've never seen from Godzilla before, so blah, 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 blah. And I kind of liked that about the second short, because it implied that since Gemstone is running low on energy, he's forcing himself to be creative with how he's using his energy. He's thinking on his feet. And on the other side of the equation, we have Godzilla Jr., who, once again, Godzilla Jr. would absolutely be the kind of Godzilla who would put his life on the line for mankind. He doesn't quite have the experience level that his father did, but you also gotta remember, by the end of Godzilla vs. Destroyer, what was he, fucking 4 years old? At best?
I think he was more like 3.
Even more of a solid evidence chain. But yeah, so again, I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to say that if you believe that Junior is Gemstone that you're wrong. I'm just simply sitting here trying to say that, hey, guys, don't get toxic and don't get angry at people for not believing what you believe, because ultimately all that would need to happen for Toho to make Junior and Gemstone Godzilla the same thing is either make an official statement or simply put in a flashback in a Gemstone short that very clearly shows he's Godzilla Jr. Ultimately, it's Toho's call on what they want to do with Gemstone Godzilla, and until they make an official announcement saying that Gemstone is or isn't Junior, this debate is one that should not die. This is one that should genuinely be used to, make better stories for Godzilla in the future. Yeah, no, and I mean, I guess I could use the whole, this is the first time we've ever seen this amount of skill with Godzilla's atomic energy as evidence, but then again, that could also just be, they're talking about this specific Godzilla, so I'm not gonna use that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this debate is one that I feel should continue, because I personally believe that it is a fun and entertaining little debate that the fan base can genuinely interact with each other on without getting toxic and stupid over it.
That's hoping for the best at this point, honestly, man. That's hoping for the best. We
Fair
know how this
enough.
fan base can get.
Yeah, but I'm trying to end this video on a high note, Noah. Come on.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Noah, is there anything you'd like to say before we move on to the next video?
Well, as a one final note for this little topic, whether you believe it's Junior or not, it is your own opinion after all. This is what this video was for, to highlight those opinions.
Yeah.
So overall, this is something that's, again, not concrete, so if you wish, it could very own be your own headcanon for it. That's what
Yeah.
I'd like to do. So, do with this information as you please. Dude, be civil about it.
Yes, please. I swear on my life, if there starts to be toxicity in my comment section, you will be blocked.
Yeah. So remember, this little we're just highlighting it because it is very much an interesting little topic.
Yeah.
This is also to hopes that at the very least for Goji's 70th year, we do get one last Gemstone short.
Yeah, amen, man. I really want to see more of Gemstone Godzilla, because, like I said, the dude already has plenty of character development in just his 2 shorts. I want to see more. I genuinely want to see more, because this motherfucker has given me more in 2 20-minute fucking shorts than the entirety of the Monsterverse has given us in 10 years!
And also, I do very much like to see what they do for the next villain kaiju, because if they do go for Ghidorah, guess what? That could still even for the junior debate, it can still hold up, because again, there are technically 2 Ghidorahs in the Heisei era, because the Ghidorah we saw, he's from the future.
Yeah.
DNA composed of an already dead Ghidorah that Godzilla has slain in the past, a Ghidorah we've yet to see.
Yeah.
So if they do in some way use Ghidorah, no matter, it could still work for the junior debate, but again, it could still be its own thing.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I'd very much would like to see them continue with the Gemstone for at least one more short film. That's really all I'm asking for, just one more short film.
Yeah, I would totally be down for that too, man. Because as much as this debate is one that I personally think shouldn't end, it would also be kind of satisfying if, maybe they did decide to make Gemstone Godzilla officially Junior. I would be down for that, even if it did prove me wrong. So,
And as that being said, I'd also be fine if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a whole new Goji. That means, oh look, it's another one on the list.
Okay.
Even Goku can keep up with these amount of variants, I'd say.
Holy fuck, dude. Well, no. That's an interesting way to end this. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to be it for today. Not today's video. That's going to be it for this video. Join us for the next one, where we take a look at some more interesting Godzilla topics that you'll have to watch that video to find out about. Later.
Hasta la vista.
Where you going? There you go.